like a wooden donut that does not taste good. Hello, viewers of the internet in the year 2022, and future people too. Today I'm going to be continuing working on my 1983 Audi Ur Quattro. If you're new and you want to get caught up to why yak blood does not make a good electrical conduit, up above is a link that will get you caught up. Ever since I purchased this car, there has been one thing that has been driving me crazy about it that I have to take care of today. As many of you have already noticed, I have a massive hole in my dash. Right here. Single DIN slot cable for your FM radio. On top of that, who knows how old those speakers are. So it is time for an upgrade. I don't know why I just turned to the left. I thought that would be dramatic. It wasn't. This came all the way from the UK because it is really hard to find one of these. It is, in my opinion, the perfect head unit for this car. Ta-da! Blaupunkt. It's an old school looking head unit that is German, and it has Bluetooth. So you can listen to modern music, but it looks old school. They don't actually make this anymore. They discontinued this head unit a couple years back, so they're really hard to find. I'm gonna take this off so I can get some more light inside the car, so you can actually see what I'm doing. Ha! You were wondering about all that change I had? I haven't counted it yet. I don't know why I haven't done that. Oh, look at this. Here's a treat. Here's a lovely find. Oh yeah, my favorite. Just cut the factory connector. And I know you're probably wondering, what about the speakers? Just wait. So whoever put a stereo in this car before, they actually upgraded the front speaker wiring. I believe this is the front. White with a black stripe and solid white. And then the other one should be gray and gray with a black stripe. Yep. One thing I'm not gonna do is trust that the person that installed that previous stereo wired it correctly. The universal adapter for whatever head unit was in there, I want to make sure it matches the correct corresponding wires on the Audi harness, which are going to have wild colors. Luckily, I found this online also. It's a brand new Bentley service manual. Brand new as in it was never opened. It's not new, it's old. It's super old. Printed 7 of 84. That means this book was printed before I was printed. Electrical, Instruments and Radio, page 90. Oh, look at the size of these page numbers. Oh, I'm so glad I got this book. Look at that. Now you don't have to guess and break shit. You can do it correctly. I will always recommend get a factory service manual over anything if you're gonna do work on your car. That's so crazy. It even tells you how to fix your gauges if they don't read correctly. Love this book. So that escalated kind of quickly. I tore apart the entire bottom half of the dash, but I did find out this little steampunk looking mechanism right here is part of the ABT Stage 2 package, which this car has thanks to a Bring a Trailer listing I found of this thing from way back when this car was originally sold in 2007 to the previous owner. This thing right next to it is for my center and rear diff lock on the car, which is why the little green lights have been relocated down there next to the window buttons instead of the plate, which is where the 3 gauge cluster pack is at, which I think is also part of that ABT Stage 2 package. I did find the new speaker wiring that goes to the front dash speakers on either side, which is good. This wiring's probably fine. I have some more. I might replace it. Who knows? As far as the cut wires underneath the dash go, those were just the original wires for the dash speakers that were no longer needed because they rewired them, I believe. I'm gonna verify. Sadly, these little speaker grills up here are cracked on both sides. And the reason why I believe is when the previous owner upgraded these speakers, I think they tried pulling these grills off from the top or prying them, which you can't do. They are held in with screws. USBs on the bottom. Ooh. No wonder they tried prying it from the top. This sucks. There we go. There we go. That's how that comes out. You see that right there? My theory was absolutely correct. They tried gluing it back together. It's when they put these speakers in, they broke it. They probably took it to a stereo shop. That's sad. I might be able to save this thing though. It's gonna take some tricky plastic welding, but I think I can save it. The speakers that were in there are starting to deteriorate. They're pretty old. Little pioneers. Oh, the other side's the same way. Imagine that. Shine bright like a flashlight. Got it. Got it. It's got some spacers on there. I don't have to worry about dropping a screw. They're magnetized. Ta-da! I hot stapled and plastic welded the speaker grills back together so they're no longer falling apart and the grills don't pop out of them. And I built new screw towers. So these were actually deteriorated completely. There was no plastic left here. So I melted a bunch of new plastic, ran a screw down into it, the one that goes in there when this was all soft, and then let it cool around it and back the screw out. So now it's got some new screw towers to mount, and it's pretty durable. The cracks are still there, but the cracks won't do anything because it's hot stapled on the back side. Now, just like the Blaupunkt head unit, which none of these products are sponsored, I chose the brands of all these parts because I felt they just went with the car. Like they just flowed all together, like the right sauce on the right French fry. And the sauce I chose was an Infinity reference, which I believe they're made by Harman Kardon because it says by Harman, but they're the Infinity reference series. These ones are for the dash, so they're tiny. Look at these little things. These are so cute. It's only a 3.5-inch speaker, so it's 25 watt RMS, 75 watt peak. It's only 3.5 inch, like I said, and I'm not trying to go for a big bassy thumping sound system. I just want clarity. They should fit in the exact same spot. Yep. There's one. Drill a pilot hole so I don't crack the plastic. Adorable, adorable, adorable. All right. That's what's up. Some fresh new speakers. Open. No. Out of adjustment. I'll wedge my toe under the latch. Ugh. Oh, I need to adjust that like right now. Well, it's only 2 bolts. All right. Oh, what kind of speaker? You're Sony's. Well, I found what rattles in my trunk, and it's a speaker, but not in the way you would think. That's what I hear whenever I hit a bump. Also, I'm missing the passenger side bracket for my sunroof storage. See, I got driver side one, no passenger side one. I need to get one of those. These bottom screws aren't even going into anything. Oh, that was junk. In case you're wondering about the lack of a passenger side rear seat belt, look at this screw. This screw doesn't even go in anything. Sorry. I found one in the UK from a store I've been buying a lot of parts from, actually, Highland Quattros, and I got one coming on the way. Hello, and welcome to tomorrow. I slept in the car last night. All I did was just work nonstop. That part wasn't true. What is true, though, is that this thing is super delicate, and I have to take it out because it needs to be repaired. And this carpet is bad. It's not savable. So the reason why I took this out is because where the speakers go back here has got many holes and it's cracking and it needs to be reinforced. I've been looking around everywhere online trying to find the exact same carpet that was used on this car from the factory. Problem was, this stuff is so badly faded that there's no telling what the original color looked like unless I were to source another piece of carpet from one of these cars, which I ended up doing. I got a brand new deck lid carpet. Brand new to me, it's not new. It's from Ur Quattros, and it's used out of one of these cars, but it's in great shape. And I can see what the color was supposed to look like. It's dark brown. And because it came out of another car, it's already perfect cut. It's ready to go. I just gotta glue it in place. Open. Cut. So the rear speakers, da-da-da, they're the same thing. They're just bigger. So I need to use one of these to measure to cut my boards. Nice. Oh, they came with plates. Good. I might not even have to use particle board. I can just screw this thing. That's what she said. I had this big piece of fiberboard because I was thinking I was gonna have to cut out little circles for the speakers, but it came with some. I actually used it to repair some areas that were really weak on this. I was gonna have to go on something like that. Now I just need to make this real life. Kind of looks like a donut. It's like a wooden donut that does not taste good. I'm making so many carpenters cringe right now with my tool choices. You're welcome. Ta-da! A little bit of this. Ta-da! Rear deck lid version 2.0. Strengthened and ready for the new speakers. Ooh. So I'm actually putting the plastic rings underneath the carpet because that will give an extra layer between the speaker and that plastic to help fill that gap, just in case the plastic has any warp to it. That way no sound will escape. Sound or air pressure. I think it's air pressure, not sound. I had every intent on this being a one and done type of video. Everything gets accomplished all in 15 minutes. Super easy, right? Then I go and do shit like this. Clean stuff that no one's ever gonna see because that really matters. Look how nice and clean everything is. I replaced all the duct tape that was all dried out and put brand new duct tape that's white so it would match the color of the car. Whilst I'm at it, I got a bunch other parts that I ordered from the UK. A lot of this stuff is super rare and I was lucky I found it. And then these are brand new. They're OEM leather. Oh, it smells so good. I have a cold and I can still smell it. It smells amazing. And on top of that, I also sourced these parts too from Ur Quattros. This is the little cubby where your crank for your moonroof is at. Mine was all cracked. These are some little pop clips. That's a door cup for the handle. Mine was just kind of dingy looking. These are for your sun visors. Mine are deteriorated into nuggets of dust. And then both of these are fog light switches because I have the European spec headlights and fog lights, but there's no switch for either the front fog lights or the rear fog light on the Francani taillights. Getting parts for this thing are really hard, but it's not impossible. I'm finding the stuff as I need it. Takes a little bit of digging, but at least I'm getting the parts. Oh, and I got this thing too. I forgot. I got a new dome light. Yeah. Look at that. And it's not even dingy like the other one was. You go there. You go there. Yay! Yay! I got a dome light. Don't want to tighten it down too much and crack it like the other one. Look at that. Keeping it incandescent because old school. Oops. This side doesn't even have one. I just had a screw here. The screw will let you make believe that there's a hook here. Unfortunately, I'm missing the other screw and it didn't come with new ones. So that's kind of a bummer. That'll be good enough until I can get a screw for it. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Highland Quattros produces these little hooks in-house. This isn't sponsored, but definitely shout out to those guys because I respect small businesses that make factory parts when big manufacturers give up on their own products. It's just really sad that manufacturers do that. I get why they have to, but I don't know. This was a lot of work, and I suck at carpentry, so I really hope that this stands up when I go to put it back in the car. I think it will. I used some really strong epoxy. There's quite a few screws in here. Wish me luck. I don't want to put this in yet. I did all this work, I might as well. Why do I always have to do things the difficult way? Why do I do this to myself? I just can't slap shit together and call it good enough for YouTube. I always have to make things difficult. The front speaker wire is upgraded, so I might as well upgrade this rear speaker wire too. So I guess I'm gonna call this a two-part video. The second part, I'll finish up the wiring. I'll put the head unit in, because you know I'm gonna go crazy if the wiring on that too. And I'll reassemble, and then I got some more new parts that showed up for it too that I'll address in the next video. So also, in case you're wondering what's going on with this, why am I not working on it? I just had to put a radio in the Audi, chill. I'm gonna start on this as soon as the radio is put back into this. So, Ranger content coming as soon as I have music in here. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye!